Hello everyone, Miss Emily here. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Science Experiments TikTok style. I'm super excited for this one because it's the food edition. We're going to show you some viral ramen noodles that are so delicious. We're going to show you some TikTok food combinations. I've got our Animal Club science experiment, and we've got some science book recommendations. Let's get started. First up, I'm going to show you how to make the TikTok ramen noodles that have gone viral. They are so easy to make and they are really delicious. And I know that we probably all at one point or another had ramen noodles, right? This is a much fancier version. The ingredients you see here that you'll need are garlic, brown sugar, crushed red pepper flakes, some everything bagel seasoning, a packet of ramen, and some eggs. We are going to start by boiling our ramen noodles just as it says on the package, except we are going to completely drain the water once the noodles are ready. I usually boil my ramen for about 3 or 4 minutes. We are going to cut up our garlic. I'm going to mince it so that way it'll cook nicely in our pan. And you're just going to put a little butter down in your pan with the garlic. And from that point, you're going to add some soy sauce. Oh, and it smells so good with the garlic cooking. So I do 2 to 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Next up, we are going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar, and we're going to stir that up in our pan. I have it over medium heat, and we want to let that sugar dissolve in our liquid, and what'll happen is it will start to caramelize and thicken up and turn into a super yummy sauce for us. After adding the brown sugar, we're going to add some red pepper flakes, and this is totally up to you. If you like your food spicy, you can add a lot. If not, just a little. And I say the same thing with garlic. Measure with your heart. So, once we've got our sauce made, we are going to take our drained noodles and toss them right in the pan with our sauce. And then from that point, we are going to take an egg and we're going to crack it into the pan and cook the egg up right with our noodles. And I was having a little bit of a tough time getting my egg cracked. We have duck eggs here at my house and the shells can be really thick sometimes. So after you've cracked your egg and put it in the pan, we want to make sure to stir that around and get it nice and cooked up. Now that our eggs are cooked up, we're ready to dish it up. So go ahead and grab your plate. You're going to dish your noodles right up onto your plate. Once you've got your noodles all plated up, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle some of the everything bagel seasoning right on the top of it. Now, if you have not tried this seasoning yet, you have to. It's so good on almost everything. And last but not least, I had some fresh green onions from the garden. So I thought that I would chop those up and put some fresh green onions right on the top of my ramen. And I was a little skeptical of this recipe because, I mean, you never know how these recipes are gonna taste. But wow, this was so yummy. Up next, I have an at-home science activity that involves your taste buds. All right, everyone. So for this part of our video, we are going to be trying a very funky food combination. Now, on TikTok, the latest trend is to try watermelon with a little mustard. What do you think? Do you think we should try it? I'm gonna give it a little try. I'll let you know what I think. And then we also are going to try a little bit of watermelon with some salt too. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna go ahead, put a little mustard on my watermelon piece here. And I'm not a huge fan of mustard, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. So I have my watermelon piece here. You can see my mustard. There's the mustard. Oh my gosh. Okay, here I go, guys. Wow. Wow. It's really good, actually. I'm not a fan of mustard, but wow. Okay. I think you guys have to try this. So up next, let me try our watermelon with a little salt here. I'm gonna put a little salt on this piece. Dip it a little bit there. Now, I do like salt, so I imagine I'm gonna like this. So I have my watermelon piece here. I'm gonna try it with some salt. Super yummy. Really good. All right, guys. I know we're gonna be eating a lot of watermelon this summer, so you've got to try these. Put a little mustard on your watermelon, or try it with a little salt. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about our taste buds next. Stay tuned. Taste buds, or taste receptors, are the small bumps that you see on your tongue. They have very sensitive microscopic hairs called microvilli. And those tiny hairs send messages to the brain about how something tastes. Like if something's cold, if something's hot, if something's sour, maybe it's sweet, or maybe it's spicy. This is how our taste buds communicate with our brains. Hey guys, so for this part of our video, we are going to talk about the science experiment that you'll find in our Animal Club kit this month. Now you can sign up for Animal Club right on our website calendar by clicking on the event. You can register and you receive an awesome kit. Every month we focus on a different animal, and Miss Holly does a great job of putting the kits together. We are even more excited because for the first time in a long time, we are actually going to be able to have an in-person Animal Club for the month of July and for the month of August. So definitely check out those events on our calendar if you're interested in signing up. For this month, the month of June, the focus was on reptiles. And so in the kit, you would have received a little printout with some black lizards on here. And I'm just going to talk about what we're going to do, and then you can try to do this at home. And you can do this at home whether you have this template or not. So the idea is we're going to explore cold-blooded animals. Now, cold-blooded or ectothermic animals rely on the external temperature to control their internal temperature, the temperature inside their bodies. Whereas hot-blooded mammals, like us, we rely on an internal temperature. Although the external temperature does affect us, it doesn't control our internal temperature like it does with cold-blooded creatures. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by cutting out your lizard. And for this experiment, you're going to you need 2 lizards. So you're going to take 1 lizard and you're going to put him right directly under a lamp. And then the other lizard, you're just going to put out. And then you're going to wait a few minutes. After that, you're going to check the temperature of your lizard under the lamp and your lizard that's just sitting out. And you're going to tell us whether you feel a difference in the temperature of the lizard under the lamp or the lizard that's not under the lamp. And so this is a really cool, easy project that shows you how their internal body temperature is controlled. So you'll notice if the lizard is under the lamp, yeah, he feels warm, right? But if the lizard is not under the lamp, he doesn't feel as warm. And so that is a great example of how cold-blooded animals control their internal body temperature. And again, please feel free to sign up. We still have openings for July and August for our in-person Animal Club meetings. So we hope to see you there. Thanks, guys. Up next, I've got some science book recommendations you can get right here at the library. So here we are at the end of our science video. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I have one more thing though before we go. I have some science book recommendations here that you can come to the library and check out today if you'd like. So up first, I have Make Edible Adventures, cooking hacks and yummy recipes you can build, mix, bake, and grow. Wow, that sounds really neat. So this book is available here, as I said. The next book, which I love, I thought was really neat, is the Berenstain Bears Big Book of Science and Nature. So this is perfect for you if you like to go outside and you like to incorporate a little science with nature. And again, we have this right here you can check out. And then the last book I have, it's not really a science book. It's kind of a science book though, if you think about it. But I thought it would be fun because we're talking about cooking. So the last book that I have to recommend is the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook. So cool, right? So you can make some butterbeer at home. Ooh, maybe some other yummy treats from the Harry Potter world. So we also have this available if you'd like to come check it out. And again, I want to thank everyone so much for joining me. Bye, guys.